Hi everyone, I hope you're doing okay. My name is Daniel, and I am here today to show you an overview of the latest project that I've been working on. As you can see, it's called TechSchool, and a brief summary of what TechSchool is a collection of free YouTube courses related to programming. And before I dive deeper into the why and the mission of this project, let me go over each feature of the website. And if you are a Brazilian and you want to read the website and see courses in Brazilian Portuguese, you can just click on Traduzir, and there you go. And I also made a different announcement video in Brazilian Portuguese if you're interested. So let's go. The first tab that you can see here is the Courses tab. This is your typical listing page where I am showing all the courses available. And we have lots of courses here. You can always click on Load More in the bottom of the page to show more results. And the main feature of this project is searching the course by name. And here you can type whatever you want, like beginner. You can type the framework that you're looking for, the language, the programming language like HTML, or a framework like Rails. And you're gonna do a search by title. Or you can clean the search and then use one of those four filters available. We have fundamentals, so you can filter by, for example, algorithms, computer science, networking, programming. You can use a filter for programming languages like JavaScript, TypeScript, Ruby. You can also filter by framework. We have lots of frameworks available like Phoenix, Rails, Remix, React. And finally, you can also filter by tool like Docker, Git, Linux, SQL, and there you go. Besides the courses tab, we also have the bootcamps tab. And this, in my opinion, is the coolest feature about TechSchool. Basically, I organized all those random YouTube courses into bootcamps. So, for example, if you know nothing about the IT world and you want to learn the fundamentals, then you should click on the Fundamentals Bootcamp. Here you can study the fundamentals of computer science, programming, networking, algorithms, and if you click on any of those, you're gonna get redirected to the courses page, filtered by the topic that you selected. So let me go back. And after you finish your fundamentals bootcamp, then you can pick an ecosystem that you want to study deeper. For example, I want to become a full stack JavaScript developer, or maybe an expert in React, which is a front end framework. So you click on the bootcamp, and here you can find the whoops, my SSD is getting full. Here you can find a list of topics that you need to study in order to become a React front-end expert. And you should follow the order that is displayed here. So I recommend studying first HTML, then CSS, JavaScript, TypeScript, Git, React next, and then Remix as an optional suggestion. You should follow this order, and then you can choose what course you're gonna watch. So for example, I want to study now TypeScript. You click on TypeScript and you pick whatever YouTube channel you prefer. After finishing TypeScript, you're going to go back to the main page of the bootcamp and you keep progressing. Then you go to Next.js, you pick whatever course you want. Once you finish, you go to Remix, you pick whatever course you want, and there you go. You're done studying React. You're now a React front-end developer. And that's pretty much it, the Bootcamps tab. So, Now that you get an overview of what's possible to do using TechSchool, I want to tell you about the mission of this project. I wanted to solve two problems with TechSchool. The first one being that it seems like we have thousands of free programming courses on YouTube, and yet there are lots of people paying big bucks for programming bootcamps. And some of them can be very expensive and predatory. I'm not saying all of them are, and I don't see any problem in selling courses, but it seems that every newcomer to programming, they end up buying a very expensive bootcamp instead of trying to look for free courses on YouTube. And if we have thousands of free courses, why would someone choose a paid course if we have lots of free courses? What's the problem of the free courses? The problem is simple. It's easy to understand, actually. You're paying for a coding bootcamp instead of doing a free one because you want structure. You want someone that is a senior developer, someone with lots of experience to show you the way, to show you the recommended path that you should follow in order to become a developer. And if you try to search for free courses, then you are 100% on your own. You need to find what's the correct path on your own. You need to find what's the correct order of learning by your own. You don't have any help. So that's the problem. And what if I organized the structure for you using only free coding courses from YouTube? That's the primary goal of TechSchool, organizing all of the free content out there. So you don't have to pay an expensive bootcamp just because you want the structure of the bootcamp, because you have the structure here. You can just click on whatever path you want to study, like full stack PHP and Laravel, and you're gonna get a suggestion of learning path that you should follow. So you no longer need to buy an expensive course. Of course, you can still buy them, but now I feel like it's optional. I want to remove this expensive barrier to entry for newcomers. And then there's also another problem that I want to solve with TechSchool, and that is we have way too much free content out there. And one of the reasons for that is that we have lots of small, very small YouTube channels making quality free content out there. And the YouTube algorithm is extremely hard to master. And it is not easy for newcomers on the YouTube game to get a lot of views. So, for example, you can see that I have a high priority for smaller YouTube channels. If you go to courses, let me filter by Elixir, the language. Let me go here, click on Elixir. If you go here, for example, on this course, I love this channel, by the way. You can see that, look, this course is pretty neat. I watched it. It's an amazing course. But you can see that the course only have 5,000 views. And the channel only has 3,000 subscribers. And the course quality is pretty good. Like, the author of this course is using a very expensive camera, an expensive microphone. It's using high tech to make this content. And not only that, the content itself is very good. He is a very good teacher. And in my opinion, he deserves more views. And at the same time that we have a bunch of people trying to find the free courses are not easy to find. That's the problem. So I wanted to bridge this gap between newcomers that cannot find free courses and professional YouTubers recording the courses but not getting enough views. If I can connect these two, then we solve this hard problem. And that is the main goal of TechSchool. I also wrote about TechSchool on a blog post. I'm gonna link the blog post in the description. But if you wanna quickly find it, you can go to my personal website, bergdaniel.com.br, click on links and then dev blog. And here you can find my personal blog. I also wrote about Elixir, which is the programming language that I'm using for TechSchool, by the way. But the official announcement is this one, announcing TechSchool, a free and open source platform to learn programming. So you can read more into the mission here. All right. And what else is there in TechSchool? You can see that, well, you can read about the mission here as well. You don't need to read that blog post if you don't want to. And there's a bunch of links. I have a Discord group for TechSchool with all the cool announcements and new features that I'm making. I post there on the announcements channel. There's also a bunch of channels for each programming language, so you can post specific questions there. I also have the GitHub, because this project is open source, and you can find TechSchool under my GitHub, Daniel Bergos /techschool.dev. So it's open source, and for those who are curious, I am using Elixir and Phoenix as the technology, the tech stack for TechSchool. And you can read more here, like just click on tech stack. And all the pages are using live view on the front end. So I'm using a WebSocket to do the page transitions. There's no full page refresh for those who are curious about the tech stack. And okay, so you might be wondering, okay, Daniel, I like the project, but how do I add a course here? You said it's open source, so I should be able to add a course, add a bootcamp, add a new programming language. Is that right? Yes, you are right. To do that, it's pretty easy. You just read the README and you click on Contributing Guide. I have a guide for you on how to add a new programming language, how to add a new framework, a new tool, how to add a new course, how to add... yeah, that's pretty much it, actually. And currently, the process of adding a new course is not very easy. I have to admit, I am working on it at the moment. It's one of my priorities for the future of TechSchool. So if you really want to see a course on TechSchool, you can just create an issue on GitHub, or you can send a message to me on Discord. Whatever is easier for you, reach me somewhere and I'll add the course for you. So no need to open a PR with all the details. I can do that for you, but if you want to become an official contributor and show your profile picture on the homepage, then yeah, sure. You can follow this tutorial to add the new course. And another interesting fact about TechSchool is that I am seeding this database for the project using SQLite and a bunch of JSON files. So like all the courses are on this folder, like priv, repo, data, and then languages, frameworks, tools.json, they're all here. So you just need to edit a couple of JSON files. You don't need to know any Elixir. You don't need to know any Phoenix, LiveView, no. You just need to know how to edit a JSON file, and there you go. That's all you need to add a new course. No Elixir knowledge required. All right, that is the project. And the last couple of links are the sponsor link, of course, if you want to help this project, because it's a free project and it's going to stay free forever, you can sponsor me. You can add a monthly value or a one-time value of however much you want to pay. And then finally, I also have an analytics page using Plausible, which is not really necessary, to be honest, but I think it's neat to see the analytics of a website. I think it's neat. So if you're curious and you want to know how many users are using TechSchool, you can see it here. So you can see there's one current visitor. I filtered my IP from Plausible, so this visitor is probably not me, probably a legitimate user. And then you can filter by the last 30 days, the last 7 days, whatever, real time, yesterday, today. You can see the sources of the access on TechSchool, the top pages that are being accessed. You can see what are the countries that use the most. So you can see number one, United States, then Brazil, India, Spain, Kenya. It's pretty neat, but yeah, just for the curious people. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoy using TechSchool. And if you have any questions, feel free to ping me on Discord or maybe start a discussion or open an issue on GitHub. That's it. Thank you so much. Enjoy TechSchool.